morning, everybody, and welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mr. Graven. Alright, so I'm going to start a new character, and I'm going to show you guys what I like to call some tricks of the trade, and kind of explain how you can get... This is after you level one character and you start getting your feats unlocked. What I want to do here... I'm just going to kind of keep it, no. Okay, we're going to go custom. I'm going to go villain. We're going to go serious. We'll go with Lex Luthor. And I'm going to go munitions. Because I have a munitions tune, but I haven't played it yet. So it's kind of important for this. Always most inconvenient times. Okay, so I think we're going to go with the acrobatics on this movement.
Select weapon specialties from available data.
Okay, we're going to make him like a very militant person here.
Display exabyte download summary. Appearance options now available. Modify any.
Okay, now here's the big deal. We're going to go costume. I'm happy with the hair and whatever. Actually, not a lot of customization to all that. Gear, it's going to be a whole different ball game. So, you want to go to chest, and you want to pick the. Believe it or not, I believe this still applies. You can get the same. You can get a feat for getting all of the same type. So it'll be a style feat. You'll get a style feat. So I just want to get all the paramilitary. Ugh, hold on. Keep doing that by accident. Waste. See? Alright. And then we're going to go legs and feet. Now you'll notice I took them all. I took everything except the head. I need the head. And it's like a little beret. And then you can see I got all of this. Now we're going to switch up the colors. Definitely the colors of the gear. Okay. I'm going to go with that black look. Okay. Actually, we're going to switch that around. Go really dark. Make that black. And we're going to whiten that one up. can't remember what this color would be used for on a 4. I'm actually wondering. This is where I kind of get a little. I like that a lot better. Okay, so everything looks good. We're going to move forward.
Download successful.
We're going to skip the tutorial.
Error.
Go figure.
Download successful.
Okay. So we're good to go. We're going to skip the scene. And we should get the feat right from the rip. Now it gave me the other.
Enough to get out of Brainiac's ship. Good. Welcome to
Now, as soon as I get in here, I got already so many skill points. So I'm going to go to weapons. That's the biggest one first off, where you're going to put your skill points. This is where you want to focus in majority of the time. I'm going to make either a celestial or mental. Not sure which yet. Maybe hard, light. So I'm undecided. Mental's good. It is underplayed a lot. But it is a good class. It's a controller. DPS is kind of where a lot of people don't know which direction to go with the mental. So, but it's good. It's a good class. Celestial is also an underplayed class, but good healer. And you can DPS with it all. You can DPS with any class. And hard light is very played. It's probably one of the most frequently played out of the controllers besides Quantum. So once you get these points, man, you want to unlock. Okay, this is very important. You'll notice I have a couple of points here. I'm going to show you guys a couple tricks here. So rifles right there. I don't need skill points to level any of my abilities. You see? That's the thing. I don't, and I'm too low to get, I won't need any skill points for this. So it's all about your weapons. But you'll notice all my other weapons are locked, right, until I level. Now, I'm going to go to my styles. Because feats pays out a lot of money. Or not a lot, I mean skill points. So I already have some replay badges, for example. And I'm going to go to feats, actually really quick, and I'm going to look up styles. Right? And when you go to iconic styles, you'll see this feat. Right? These are 3 stars. And if I hit 5 replay badges, 50 points. 250 points is my... So if you're a member, you get an allowance. And this is for like if you've already have it. Morning, Helly. So you've already leveled a tune up to 30. You've already collected styles. And you have replay badges. You can go ahead, use the allotted replay badges, and literally just click it. And you'll unlock it. If you want, you can buy more, but I always say, don't waste it on the 2s. Always the 3s. I know the 2s are like 2 less. But I always I'll unlock more skill points this way, especially if I want to reduce grind time and back time. Because I might not need to waste more marks trying to collect all this. I don't want to do that. People will spend their stuff on so much fluff, but if I got replay badges and I'm paying for the membership and I get this, why would I not want to utilize this on new characters? So, because I got like another week or two and then I'll be getting more of these. So I can focus and get more skill points. I'm not going to be buying anymore. And you have to have this already unlocked to do it. That's the thing. So it's not a pay to win. You already have to have it unlocked to be able to do this. And as you guys can see, I don't have any of these other set bonuses unlocked. But I had a lot of these that I was able to do. Okay, so I have like 62 left. Now, what I can do, that can only be applied to styles. Okay. So now, if I want to go in and unlock a certain look for my dude, so let's say I want to keep the head, right? We can go with the mask if we want, but biker would be, I can literally go with a whole other themes, like little theme ones that will unlock individually, but they're expensive. You see where I'm saying? So you can unlock your style based on looks that you don't want to recollect. But the thing about it is it's not worth the feat bonus. The feat bonus is where it's at. So I always tell people, after you get it, if this is your second tune, you have feats unlocked. In styles, go here, go to styles, and unlock your bonuses. It's well worth it. So then, see, we have the iconic, and then we can go themed. The themed doesn't ever go past 2. Like, brother, how are you? I'm very good, King. Thank you so much. So now if I wanted to do like Zealot, unlock and feat, I could do that. So I can now go down to the 3 stuff. These are worth 25 points. I'll show you guys how much skill points I got from doing all this. You guys got to see in the beginning I had a couple left from the rifles. Okay. Come on. One more. Okay. Now we go to munitions. Or not munitions, weapons. Back to rifles. Now we have 18 skill points. We're going to get more as we level too and do things. But now we have 18 banked. So we now have 18. I have 18 skill points that I additionally did not have. So I had like, 12 and I spent 8. So it left me 4 and now I have 18. So now I have that. Now another thing I'm going to do, if you've ever unlocked anything in the shop, right? So let's say you've already bought things in the past. I don't need to buy anything. That grind to 30 is brutal sometimes. Sometimes it is. Absolutely. And you'll see anything I've ever bought in my past is on my tune. It's already in here. It'll be here when I make a new character. Right? So I have the cosmic stuff, angelic stuff, tall top hat, but I usually want to get my layers. So So, for example, I'm going to go, I don't even know what type of layer I should go with. I only have, like, what, 4 unlocked? We could go with the cave layer, if I can. Must be 8. Okay, because of the quest line. That's fine, that's fine. But you can get all your stuff here. Your amenities, all of that. Once that's unlocked, and I already got... What? Okay. Okay. Now I'm just going to do the mission. I also got mail. I can get all that later. Your first mission's already set up. And then I always pick up the side missions. Side missions are going to be up top here of the building. Make sure you always get your briefings when you find them.
LexCorp needs a field test to see how the mutagen affects metahumans, and Luther says you're the one for the job. They're all hiding up on the buildings. You'll have to hunt them down.
Metropolis University, the University of Tomorrow. Paging all jocks, LexCorp has sponsored an all-new training program down at the Metrodome. Go team! Met you, the university for you.
Stop! You're hurting me!
Kind of like this.
I got this one. Help! Help!
Don't!
Call for backup!
All right.
Happerson's Journal, Type 3 Ultra-Catabolism, Potential Energy Manifestation Applications.
I forgot to get the truck.
This mutagen is designed to turn subjects into power-draining parasites. Use it on the local student body and see if they survive.
Not the best person with a rifle, I'll be honest.
Yeah, Power Girl was so cool at the route.
What did you do to me? Oh, the pain is unbearable. I can't take it.
Get away!
Sure.
Hey, can you
Doing the mission.
Stomach!
What did you do to me?
Just so we get credit together. It's not a bad idea.
Ow, my stomach!
It's one of the things about this game you can kill, but the respawn timer is usually pretty quick.
Request assistance!
What did you do to me? Oh, the pain is unbearable. I can't take it.
Okay.
What did you do to me? Oh, the pain is unbearable.
My old main account had some great stuff on it. Yeah! I mean, that's the nice thing about this game. Like, it's still there, you know? Okay, I gotta go get that briefing. You see there's a briefing over there.
Emergency! This is the police!
I love the grenade launcher on this. I gotta wait till he's done.
LexCorp.
I wish they'd
It's
fix
not
that.
just a company. It's a dream of realizing humanity's true potential.
Okay.
To soar in the
This mutagen
Gonna
is
complete.
designed to turn subjects into power-draining parasites. Use it on the local student body and see if they survive.
Don't worry about gear. Don't worry about the small things. Like I said, just get your skill points, get your quest lines, And just so you can start getting into dungeons, if you got higher level friends that want to help power you up, if you notice I got a new skill.
Arresting our potential parasites before they can feed and complete their mutation. Free the affected students. I need them for the next stage of my plan.
What's happening to me?
All right.
Free me, please!
I'm on it. Hands up and weapons down. What are you doing to me? Run! Run! No! If you are infected, there is help. Please go to the nearest treatment station. I'm hit.
Definitely plays cool.
Down.
I've got to get free and feed! Help me!
Hands up and weapons down.
I've got to get free and feed! Help me!
What did you do to me? Why am I so hungry?
Keep fighting. Call for backup. Oh. If you or someone you know has
Let me loose! I have to feed!
I like the. I think this is a controller too. I want to say.
Man down.
Okay. Now there's gonna be one of the things on top of here. Right there. I kind of like the acrobatics, like scaling walls and stuff.
I'm Jack Ryder, and you are wrong. Why? Because of a...
Happerson's Journal.
Excellent. The mutagen works. Unfortunately, the police are arresting our potential parasites before they can feed and complete their mutation. Free the affected students. I need them for the next stage of my plan.
I won't let you hurt my friend!
Gliding's cool too.
What did you do to me? Why am I...
You've got to stop them!
Think you're infecting my friend?
Yeah.
Again! No! Please, stop! What's happening to me? I've never felt so hungry.
Okay, that's done.
Feed.
I do something to advance medical science, and the so-called authorities question my methods. Metropolis is sending out their...
Once I hit 10, I can go into the first dungeon. It's not hard.
Need those parasites.
You can get it done in like a few minutes. If you've done the tutorial, you already skipped too.
Requesting backup.
Comboing on a rifle is definitely weird. Definitely not one of my strong points. Dude got knocked the fuck out. I haven't even put a soda on yet. It's so sad.
Hungrier.
Happerson's Journal. Heat shock fortification protein.
1199. Request assistance. Requesting backup.
Okay, there we go.
Wait, you tricked us. This is making me even hungrier.
Yes, I know. So evil. Okay, there's another quest line up here. I'm gonna grab it. 1 second.
The authorities are distributing antidote to ease the effects of the mutagen. Luther wants their efforts sabotaged. Get to it.
Okay, so once this is done, now I can just destroy these.
Wait, you've got to help.
I'm hit.
All right.
This is the police.
Dude, I think I just torched that dude with something.
You won't stop us from saving these students.
Run for your lives.
Okay. I'll usually worry about loadouts later as you're getting up there. Don't worry about a loadout right away. Get used to the controls.
It hurts. What are you doing? You said you'd help.
1199. Request assistance.
Okay.
Code 100. Clear to engage. Call for backup. We've got the heroes on our side.
All right.
I'm on it.
Last one. Pretty easy
That
stuff.
was devious.
So for people that's getting into this,
Respect that.
you know, they'll be like, "Oh, you know, it's going to be hard and whatever." And it's like, if you've already been playing before, it's not. You can literally get your replay badges for 1 month, unlock a ton of feats just from what you've done in style feats, and literally just go from there. It's not hard leveling up. I think I can get 30 in less than a couple hours. Getting the other things, though, like briefings, that's a farm.
I'm hit.
I love that little roll technique, too. That was kind of cool.
We have a live one. We have a live one.
Okay, done.
I do something
Complete.
to advance medical science, and the so-called authorities question my methods.
Side missions.
Metropolis is sending out their super-powered science police. Sabotage their ridiculous cure. I need those parasites.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I didn't get to finish that. It's pretty easy, man. It's not hard. Literally level 7 it in less than, what, 20 minutes or some shit. It's not hard. It's just, this game's not, it's not difficult. It's just like everything else. I've got to, like, destroy antidotes. Forgot to do that. I always usually get all these side missions.
We have a live one.
There we go.
Code 100, clear to engage.
Okay. There's like these move
Requesting backup. We'll bring you down.
jumping shit. What?
Down.
Okay. That's interesting.
Startling coincidence. We released our power-devouring clones just as Power Girl arrived for a meta student rally. Now Parasite has her barricaded in the library, exactly where I want her. I've promised him a big meal of Kryptonian energy in exchange for his help. Get me Power Girl.
No caps. Yay.
Your reward too.
The amino sequencers are aligned and ready to go. We will reverse these mutations.
Okay, that one fires and falls back. That's kind of cool.
We have a live one.
So they stay off top of you. That's kind of cool.
I'm hit.
Kind of feeling this. I'm looking at power list and I don't see blue hard light though. Yeah, no, there's not. They just introduced the NPCs. That's hard light is always referred to as yellow or green. That's called light. And then there's the rage, and that's it. Like, we don't have peace-loving lanterns. I feel like the reason we didn't get that, it made sense with the orange lanterns and black lanterns, but it didn't make sense on blue lanterns. I guess it made sense due to the fact that we would literally, and I mean literally, be kicking everybody's... like, you can't have an evil blue lantern, you know? Where did my gun go? What? That's a bug. It didn't drop in. Oh, okay. There it is. I was like, what? Alright. Should be good to go. It never came out. Yeah. Never came out. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. Because the Blue Lantern's about peace, and you can't counter that unless you come out with another color. Like, if you're a hero, you're yellow. Yellow. If you're a villain, you go... I mean, if you're villain, you're yellow. If you're hero, you're green. Yeah, the Lantern Corps, it'd be kind of cool if, you know, it's embedded in the storyline. So it's here.
More power.
So my team's already in here. Well, this is going to suck because we're going to beat the shit out of everything.
I feel so weak. I have to stop you.
Your power. I drink it up.
Damn it! This is going to look pretty badass, though. Now, Blue Lantern's hope, yeah. But don't they always have that thing where they're peaceful, like they're pacifists unless they get into it, right? I want to say, what's up, Spartacus?
Not feeling so
Majority of the time, aren't they pacifists?
Kent,
I want to say.
I need to.
Power Girl is Superman's cousin. From another Earth, but still. That
They,
means
like, they try not to get into conflicts.
say you got a future in this town.
Like, also, the blue rings will pacify, will negate the rage rings, the red rings. I do know that.
It just feels good.
Because that's what happened to Hal Jordan.
Especially when it comes to Luthor
Was it
and
Hal?
his new generation of villains.
One of the lanterns, a couple of times, like, the blue rings, like, negated. Like, the blue rings would negate the rage rings. Okay, so we got feats, we got the missions done. Want to make sure, I don't think there was, yeah, there it is. There's also a feed in here for the cameras.
Happerson's Journal, Type 6 Morphogenetic Field.
Oh yeah, true, right. There's a lot of cool things in the storyline. This game probably has some of the best storylines you'll find in an MMO. And if you keep, like, say if you get to the end game, right? You get to the end game and you get the content done. Because you've played the storyline. Now it's tedious. It's kind of like, oh, okay. This kind of sucks. And that'll be your attitude on it, right? But one of the nice aspects to the game is literally you're going to be able to come back when the new content comes out. And it's not canon, but I feel like they did a really good job in this version. So all the Lantern Corps, what I think is the strongest. The out of the strong, right, that, yeah. So I can go to group. I'm going to leave group now. All right. Going to hit my J button. Going to complete it. This is what the mentor system is. The mentor system is just a guide.
I'm one step closer to cracking the Kryptonian genetic code.
So we earned another skill point. We can go to weapons, still and rifles. We have to unlock another weapon type.
Impulse control.
And we won't get iconic until 10, I want to say. An acrobat until 10. 9. 9 or 10. Okay.
I'm hit. Try and fight the hunger. There are treatment stations.
Blue rings amp the green rings. Yeah. And I like that idea in that universe too, right? Like, you know, like how that all worked out with the color spectrum and how the colors like would have different effects with each other's. That's just fucking cool, man. That was probably one of the best things that I really did enjoy about the Lantern lore. Can only fly in space when near a Green Lantern. Nice. Nice. White Lanterns are the strongest, yeah, because they're prismatic. Okay, I don't worry about briefings ever right away. I just go, cut to the chase, get to the stuff that I need to get to, grab the missions, move on. Once I get to level 10, then I can move in and literally whatever. I feel like this is kind of cool, this munitions. It's kind of my first time playing the munitions class.
Brainiac is throwing down on our city, and the cops are no help. This ain't just a recon mission.
Man. Calculator here. Ready to get some revenge on the genius who planned to digitize your powers? Then let's stomp some cans. Brainiac's forces are making a push into the city. Head over there and hold the line.
Make sure you grab stupid Booster Gold shit.
Hi, I'm Booster Gold. You might remember me from other exploration
Oh my
adventures
God,
such as
shut
Charcter,
up, Booster.
Gotham's East End, and the harrowing Suicide Slum. Today's
Now we have an
exploration will
XP
take us to
boost. I always wait
Metropolis
to use
University,
these.
a
It's kind of cool. You'll
world-class
get some doing
institution
in
of
your
higher
first time
learning.
in-game, and you can get them in the shop. Get a 50% boost for an hour. It's kind of cool. Okay. There we go. Acrobatics. Okay, now I have to pick like 2. I usually go with the rocket glide. So you can hit like your numb and glide. Orange is pretty powerful as well. It is, but like that's why I didn't understand about the constructs, but it makes sense because Spartacus was talking that Larfy, the other orange lanterns are Larfy's constructs. So Dr. Manhattan wiped them from existence. Oof. Throw an arc of knives and damage and knock back in it. Oh man, that would go good with this. I actually like that idea for this ability. Okay, so once I unlock this, these are where I want to spend the rest of the points. My knockbacks, my passives. I need this. I need these. I need these passives. Something fierce. Okay. Now, like I said, I have to get another weapon to unlock the next one. My next skill I get is, you know, my spam. Turret. Nice. Okay. Cool with that. When you going to use your computer boost? Yeah, I should. That's in my my claims though, isn't it? Oh, you mean this one? My boost? What I usually do, I wait until my dungeons. So like when I get to 10 and I can queue up my first random and I get in is when I'll do it. So right now I can't queue it because I get a lot more gain for being in there. So I can queue that really quick. That's what I wait for. I think they all got wiped out except who was in it from who got it. I didn't pay attention to a lot of it. My one friend's a lot bigger buff of the lanterns than I am. Like when there was like all the stuff, like when they did the like even the anime series, I wasn't even paying attention to it. I mean, I knew about like Razor and of course Atrocitus. I knew about Atrocitus in the beginning of the Red Lanterns, but there's a lot to the stuff that I was like, I have no clue on. Now remember guys, this weekend there's also an event going on for double XP towards artifacts. I want to say it was artifacts or augments. I think it's also in the description below into the feed. Let me absolutely make sure on that. Yeah, it's artifacts. So artifacts starting today have a double XP boost. Once I get out of here, I'll show you that. I think it's at level 10. I can do Constantine's mission.
That's it. Game's over.
Okay. So I can go to one player. It's not. Yeah, it's at level 10. I'll get Constantine's mission. Okay, now I got my speed boost. In the beginning, you're kind of like limited on your attack, your skill points. So that's why I said if you have alts and whatever, and you have those replay badges, and you're not going to use them within that time frame, that's what's best suited for. Thought I heard. Oh, there's an exabyte. Cool. Green Lantern comics are my favorite DC series. The adventures are always epic because they fly around the galaxy. Yeah, there's a lot. The Guardians. There's a lot of shit going on with that, too. It's kind of cool. It is cool. Okay.
Objective in sight.
Okay. Once I get in here, I'll pop the XP.
Oh, one of Lex's super suits. Make yourself useful and try.
I'm gonna have to change that out though. I like this ability. I just want it in the front line a little bit more. Okay, load out. I think I want that there. I want this here. I want that there. I want that there. Yo, Jack, what's up, brother? Morning. Morning, Scott. Trying to listen and work at the same time, not working out. Got you. Like, I don't know anything much about... Now, see, I just got this. Now, first thing I want to do, I earned that XP bot. XP boost. There it is. I'm using it. Got a couple of things in there for collection purposes. Okay. So I'm now on my XP gain.
Self-destruction imminent. Warning, critical failure. Shutting down.
Now I'll have to, I can come back and get my briefings later. I don't want to waste that XP boost. If I'm on it, I don't want to waste time looking for stuff. Take advantage of the XP gains.
Cadmus reinforcements deployed to fuel depot. Warning, critical failure. Shutting down.
I will get this one though.
Chief researcher's log.
Energy
I will not get my collection bonus though.
Some amount of kryptonite radiation.
Damage sustained.
I didn't finish this loadout. This loadout needs finished.
Self-destruction imminent. Warning, critical failure. Shutting down.
With munitions as a character's chosen power set, do you think the graphics for their weapons and explosive special effects can be improved? I do think so. I like the play style, but there's definitely, you can see some of the color, but I feel like some of the issues that it's having is like switch up the like how the rounds impact the tune. It seems like to kind of give it, you know. It's not about the gun, because from the one side point you don't see the gun from a backside. We're not in first-person shooter.
Get them up and fighting and reclaim their ammunition supply point. Don't forget to strip the Brainiac Force's neural cores after you defeat them.
Okay, I can't use any of it yet, but I'm going to take that neck. I know it's a style. I'm not worried about it. I'll be in here on and off. Right now, I'm just trying to get base gear. I do think it can be improved a lot, actually. A couple of minor things. I mean, I love the feel of it, especially with acrobatics. Now, see, I like that bazooka, too. Like, I love the graphics. I mean, the change out of the weapon. But I just feel like it should have more of an impact in the delivery. Like, the look of it. The change of the weapons is cool. Like, I feel like a commando. Which is good. I mean, that's the point. And working rifles with it, bow rifles would be really good. Like, you could make it like a Green Arrow type tune out of this, I feel like. A lot better. What would be nice, it would change depending on the weapon. Your ability, like if you had a bow. The bow would give certain munition weapons different looks because it's coming from a bow. And then it would give different looks if you're rifle or pistols. So on and so forth. That would be cool. Just minor little things. I feel like with some of these abilities, you want to go more weapon based anyways on the build. So that's probably what I'll end up doing with this build. I won't go power set. I'll go precision build. I'll probably definitely go precision build on this. More than likely. And use the abilities to amplify or combo up. I'll figure out the clips. Because while I'm playing around, it's kind of when I'm like trying to play around with like attack combos and figuring out my clips a lot better and how I run a clip. And I can't stress enough, like when you're leveling, have fun. Just have fun. Play around with different combos and then work clipping, right? When you learn how to clip abilities and weapon combos with abilities, you'll have a lot better results. But you want to play with like 1-2 combos a lot, and that will definitely you know, help out a lot.
Increasing security at ammunition supply point. Searching for source of disturbance.
Okay, I'm gonna skip all the groundwork.
Initiating combat. Subduing target.
I love the gun switches. I love the fire system. I just don't feel like it's very impactful. Like, if I'm a gun, like, I feel like I love, look, you can switch out guns. See, I went from a rifle to this. Okay, I like all that. But I'm not going to get to see a lot of it. Like, from a back point right here. I have to, and I'm not going to be side view a lot. So I feel like just something similar on impact. Don't switch the ability. Don't change the effect as far as damage. Just some of the effect to it. Just some of the graphic. A little bit of graphic. They'd be good. Just a little bit more delivery system of graphic. Because you look at electricity. You look at quantum. You look at all these other abilities. Very impactful. Like if I'm throwing like a rocket launcher at them, and it hits them, there should be residual like fire or something that's burning them. You know? That would be on their shoulders. Like even the after effect. If there's a dot effect from a munitions, there should be, see, it delivered and there's some fire right there. That's what you want to see. That's what I want to see. And when I see the rounds go, like it'd be nice to see like maybe like a damaging effect. Like maybe rounds have gone in them, like they've been dented if they're metal or something. Something small. Like, I feel like the only thing that's missing from this class is fun as fuck. I love the combo up with the acrobats. It's fun as fuck. Clipping will be interesting. The different combos that I'll probably be able to come out with. I love it on that. Just delete him and roll Quantum. I have a Quantum. I don't need to roll one. I have Quantum. Dude, I have 16 tunes. I think this is my 17th one. I like him, though. I like him. I should have named him GI Mystic. I like him. Like, one thing I don't like about rifles, I feel like pistols would probably be better in this situation.
Prime Servitor initiating directive. Transport kryptonite cache immediately.
See, I love that stun. I love that netting. That's badass. That stays. Many of the colors for certain powers of the specific usually correspond to whatever we have, such as blue for ice and orange for fire. Yep. Yeah, that definitely makes sense, man. That makes sense. I love the netting. I love the feel of it. I love this. I love this feel for the combat. I mean, it's really good. I mean, it's friggin' really nice. I mean, I haven't been able to check out a lot of the abilities to the clip, but honestly, I feel like the only thing is delivery. I wish we could choose whichever color we want when we activate a certain power, like green fire. That would be kind of cool too. Like, yeah, that would be cool. Or based on like other weapon types that you get. Something small could be done like that. Like, if you get a weapon type, your power, your delivery of your power can be altered slightly. So it's not just affecting the attacks, but it affects the corresponding color of the power. It doesn't change the power. It just changes like the dynamic look of the delivery. But like Yellow Lanterns, the lantern won't work with that though. That's only the one that would be against the rules. You couldn't do it with a yellow or green lantern. Or red color for munition effects. Yes! 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 That's where I agree. This is where I agree. Especially with munitions. I feel like that's the only thing missing here, man. I feel like it's a fun class. I'm actually having fun with this. Trying to figure it out. Playing with it. I'm actually having a lot of fun with trying to figure out different comboings. That's what I always check out, and I suggest you guys do. There are certain combos that are pretty common knowledge when you're picking things up, but when you're literally learning it for the first time, have fun, man. Like, literally just have fun with it.
Since Superman's family vacation to the
figure out your combos. Most of this game's fun is part of the character combos. So I'm level 10. I should be able to do the Constantine mission after this.
Go to Titan's Island and he'll be in touch.
You have done well. Now is the crucial battle just beyond here.
I feel like this class has the potential to feel like a third-person shooter, not first-person, but third-person shooter, if they just do maybe a couple minor things.
Calculator will hack the ship's teleporter so you can take down.
It's about the delivery system, in my opinion. That's what's the problem. Just the delivery system.
What? Now Supergirl thinks we're a charity? That does it. I am done.
I think it's the delivery of the weapons. Also, a little bit more graphics on the spray, like the machine, like, you know what? Like, if I'm using a shotgun, I should see, and I'm using, you know, pellet round. Like there should be a spray of pellets like coming out of the gun, you know, or versus the slug effect. You know, you can have different effects just based on the round of ammo is what I'm saying.
Another 2 birds, 1 stone opportunity. I'll be in touch.
To give it kind of a more of an accurate feeling.
Activating ship's defense.
See, I like the bullets coming on the side. I love the change of the gun. Okay, I'm gonna pick up one of these. As soon as he drops, I'll put it right here. Dude just busted it. Why? Luckily I grabbed one.
Missile lock. Launch missile sequence.
Tell you guys right now, if you learn rifles, I'm not good at rifles, but if you learn it, it's the easiest blockbuster ever.
100%.
Making effects more realistic would be more complex. It would be. I'm not saying make it more realistic. I'm saying have the effect. Like you don't have to make it realistic. Like literally put like make the like the shotgun effect like spray out. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Honestly, how that all would I'd have to. There's like I know they're working with Unreal Engine. This runs off the Unreal Engine. Unreal 2 though. So this runs off Unreal Engine 2. And graphically there's some things they can do, but there's certain limitations to it. I mean, it's just basically like they can't port like a lot of Unreal 3 features to Unreal 2 or Unreal 4 features to Unreal 2. I mean, because it's just like a platform. There's a lot of things they can do like that was updated. Like Unreal updates all their engines. So every Unreal engine is updated and its capability. But if there are specific engine features, that's where they're limited. That's the only thing that limits Unreal Engine. That and, you know, the residual. That's about it. Okay.
Calculator here. Ready to get some revenge on the genius who planned to digitize your
Okay, now I'm 11. So I hit the boost. I hit 11. I can go to this or to my go to one player, and the last Son of Krypton's unlocked. I don't think I want to do that. Stabilizer fragments. You can do this. You can farm that. That's one way to farm those. Okay.
This is Lex Luthor. Since you performed the last task so admirably, I think...
Right, I think I blocked him. The bad news is that he's capturing exobyte targets. Take some of those poor slobs to the transport.
I knew it was going to be close. So you guys can see I'm like level 11. No, I honestly think there's a lot of things that the DCUO team can do. They're working with Unreal Engine. So Unreal's really good as far as updating engine. And all they do is update it, get new any new tools added to the Unreal Engine, it's already added. It updates. I think out of like probably some of the best engines out there, that's why Unreal has. It's not just how well Unreal performs, because Unreal Engine performs really well. But it's the updates. Any new update Unreal gets, it goes in. They maintenance their engines. Like if I designed a game tomorrow on an MMO, there's only two options. Either I'm going to come out with a unique engine, right, to save money, but it's going to cost me more upfront, more time, or I'm going to get Unreal. It's just the way it is.
Engaging enemy.
Those are my options. If I was having a, if I was in, you know, doing a company, there's only two options for me. I mean, viable options. Get a engineer and get, you know, an engine developed. But then you'd have to get tool sets too. That's another issue. Like, there's a lot to like developing MMOs. It's not as easy as people would think. You know, it's just not as simple as like, oh, we're using this engine, we're using that engine. You know, are you using an original engine? Or are you leasing an engine? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're going to build an engine? Good luck. Because that takes more time than to probably develop. It takes more patience to develop the engine than probably developing the game itself. And software engineers make a good amount of money for a good reason. And does the engine have tool sets, or you're going to need to get third-party tool sets? What are you going to do? It's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot.
Performance impaired.
And it can be done. Everything can be done.
Status critical. Status critical. Subduing target.
Last one. Get off me.
Minor damage.
Okay.
Damage sustained. Minor damage.
God dang, that thing just keeps rolling. Stop it! Get. We always need to be consider all the cost-effective, feasible, and profitable options. Right? It has to be. You have to.
Right. I think I've locked.
You have to take a look at it from from an expenditure standpoint. You have to. Time and development. I mean, are you looking at a new release? You're looking at revamping? Are you, you know, what's the options here at the moment?
Brainiac's bombing down troops and supplies for his invasion.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Any moment unless you stop him.
All right. But yeah, it's at the bottom end of the day, the more money, and the funny thing is about it, you need to save money and you need to retain. Retention in every aspect, or you know, turnovers. We can't have high end turnovers. Costly turnovers is very, one of the main thing I always tell people is like, how much are we earning off of, what's our labor force at? You know, you take a look at labor and what's it going to cost you in the end for turnovers. A lot of companies nowadays don't think about turnover cost. Retraining, if a training needs, or if the person has those skill sets. You know, ideally when you hire college grads, they have an ideal skill set. Problem of it is, like when I was talking to one of the schools for like development purposes, they weren't working with like specific engines. They were working with some software, some tools. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. These developers aren't working with some specific engines. Like, you know, they're in this field, they're in this program, and you're not letting them like work with like stuff like the Unreal Engine, this engine, that engine. They're like, no, and I'm like, they're fucked. They'll have to be trained to work with those engines. And they're like, I'm like, you know what that does for a company? It costs them fucking money, man. That's why I don't like the education system. I feel like some parts of it, certain schools are better than others at doing that. I agree. But majority of the time, they don't work with the businesses that are hiring these people.
Target coordinates transferred.
And at the end of the day, that's the only thing. That's what, like, I was telling, like, some of the investors I was working with for a very brief moment. It's about taking the kids, giving them the opportunity to play with the stuff there. You know, that was the important aspect. Letting the kids, you know, work with the software. And I said, no offense, if there were to be a kid that came in here who had no college education and could program around somebody who has a full degree, I'm not hiring the person with the degree. I'm hiring the person who can get the job done. At the end of the day, your piece of paper, your little pedigree, means fucking jack shit. I want results. I don't want fucking paper. I want fucking results. Fucking education sometimes, it's like, I commend those who get educated. Like, my brother's a nurse. He had to go to college for that. My sister-in-law's a nurse. She had to go to college for that. My friend's a doctor. My other friend's a lawyer. I mean, whatever. You know, they have to go to school. You have to. But then you see people who are literally don't have a college degree. You put them in a fucking technical position, and they will fucking out-program a hacker. Some of the most famous hackers ever to existed, some, not all, don't even fucking have a fucking degree for shit. You want them in your system? I don't fucking think so. I don't fucking think so. I don't fucking think so.
Right. I'm switching to a supercharged vacillating system, which should... Oh, never mind.
It's like I said, man. Results. End of the day.
He'll start bottling any moment.
Okay, so I've been on here an hour, and I'm almost, what? Halfway or quarter of the way into a level 11. It doesn't take long. It does not take long. Now, when I go into skills, I got iconic powers unlocked. All right. Now, iconic powers. What would I want? There's the Batarang. Oh my gosh. Their passive regeneration reduced. Being able to get the job done. That's what employers focus on when selecting employers. Right. But a lot of people, like, here's the thing. Some people believe that they come from this background. They got a college education. They did everything, and they're entitled, because they did everything right, they're entitled to this, you know, they're entitled to it. And it's like, that's the funny thing. Like, when I walked in, I literally, my dad was a truck driver. Right? Was a truck driver. That's what my dad did. He retired as a truck driver. So we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't. I didn't have a lot of money. Like, some of my family members did. And, like, I dropped out of school beginning of my sophomore year. And I was recruited by a company. So, and my friend's mother was a district manager for the company and had met me and was talking to me. But literally, like, I had no, like, I didn't care where I worked. I always gave my all, no matter what I did when I was younger. I mean, I didn't get, now I just, like, you know, fuck it. You know, everybody can go to hell. But at the end of the day, I always wanted results. Like, even as a young age, I wanted to produce results because I wanted to be the best. Right? And that's what I looked for when I was in management and when I was in those positions. I want fucking results. I don't give a shit where you're from. I don't give a shit what school you went to. I want to know what you're capable of, right? I want to know what you're capable of. Because if you have no degree, none, but you can out-program this dude beside you who has a degree from, one of the MIT, I'm sorry, MIT, dude. Fuck you. I'm picking the dude who can out-program your ass. I'm sorry about it. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to put you to the test. Your word and that paper doesn't mean shit. I want results. I want the best around me at all times. That's what I want. And that's why I feel like I should never be put in a position, because at the end of the day, we can throw, you can put price tags and stuff. But when you're surrounded by the best and you pick the best, you get the best results. It's not about who went where and whatever. It's not. I don't give a shit about that. I don't. And I tell people, I'm like, look, it's about business. This is about money. This is about results, man. And no offense, your fucking pedigree ain't fucking cutting it here. I would laugh because, when a lot of my colleagues used to have college degrees, I'm like, how does it feel to know you got trumped by a college dropout? I'm trumping all you bitches. I'm trumping all you bitches. And all of you got these degrees, and you ain't got shit to show for it. You talk a good game, you talk a good talk, but you can't get results done. And it's all about studying the psychology of the business, about understanding your products, understanding people, the demographics of sociology. It's all about that. And you have to be a student at all times, not just while you're in school. You have to be a student at all times. And that, to me, is worthy. Now, I can't stand, I feel like that's kind of a downside too. You want to give people what they want. At the end of the day, that's what I want to do. I want to give people what they want, not what they want to think about. Nah. It's not good enough. And at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're believing in it. People can smell doubt. Believe it. I want to supercharge power, but I don't think any of these are really worth it at the moment. Yeah. I don't think any of these are worth it. Sorry, I went on a little tangent there. Oh my gosh. What I wouldn't do. Alright. Looks good. Alright. And I'm wasting my XP pot. Oh my god. I'm such an idiot. I do miss it. I do miss a lot of aspects to business, which was one of the things I really took pride in. It's one of the things I really enjoyed. And I'm competitive. Me and my wife worked together. True story. Me and my wife worked together one time at a company. Now, eventually my wife would become my superior, which I was fine with. She was good. She was a very, very good at her job. She was beast. And we both had the same background. Both me and my wife. But she finished her college education. I did not. And yeah, love it. We were competitive. We were so competitive. And the company loved us for it. So instead of putting us in different there's different products, right? In different departments of whatever else have you. The company decided it was in their best interest to put me and my wife on the same product no matter what. So, like, for a minute there, tangents is what you do, bro. Thank you. Of course. I'm a So, me and my wife were one time both working in AD&D, which is accidental death and dismemberment, which is crap. I mean, we both hate AD&D. Now she also worked in health insurance, which I never did. But we were doing like AD&D products. And the funny thing about it was, I didn't agree with it. So, but we're competitive, right? So every day we would be seeing who's producing the best results, right? On our boards and on our reports. And it was always back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, like, I would be like up there, it'd be like maybe like 1, 2, just barely, there was be slight differences. And the company loved it. The company loved it. While we were sitting there, and I was like, da 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 da. And we always argue about the same thing at home, is work-related stuff. Oh shit, I got to get going. My daughter's here, she's got to go to work. I forgot about that. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna take a safe spot. But yeah, no, my wife, very competitive woman as well. She's a butcher now. Believe it or not. She went from working in an office and in insurance to being a butcher. Crazy, crazy. Alright guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm Mr. Craven, this is Mystic MMOs, and as always, have a nice day guys.